020 722 42000. BBC London 94.9.
Simon Letterman Show, BBC London 94.9, taking your calls Monday to Thursday nights 10 till 1. In the next hour, we're in the company of Estelle Lovett, who's an art critic, and Barrie Hyde, who's a broadcaster, presenter and author. Together, they will be here, and indeed are here, to review the day. Welcome to you both.
So nice to be here.
It's very good evening, to see you both. Good evening.
Absolutely delight, a privilege and a pleasure to be with you.
See, Barry's got you on that. A bit more. I want more from you now, Estelle.
Well, I'm sort of starstruck because Barrie looks exactly like a very handsome Ken Barlow. I can't remember the actor's name.
William Roach. I
William
can't
Roach.
believe I've never been told that I look like a good-looking man before. I mean, Ken Barlow, he is one of these people that people look at and they think, oh, what a fine-looking man. The fact that he's 75 is irrelevant.
Ageless.
A man like that, I feel humbled and honoured.
This is going to be
I can go on, you know.
I can tell. Barrie, whose voice you may know because he broadcasts elsewhere on the BBC network. But Barrie is a broadcaster, he's a presenter, and also now an author.
This is true, yes. It's quite remarkable because broadcasting to me has always been a passion and a love. It's never been a job as such. I've always had a day job up until about 5 years ago when I was put on the scrap heap by my employer. And when you are made redundant...
From memory, were you in the motor industry?
I was in motor finance, yeah. And when you lose your job after 33 years, it's a bit like a death, quite honestly, in the family. You're totally at sea, totally unbalanced. You don't know where you're going or what you're doing. And I was in shock for quite a period of time. Trying to pick up the pieces, I started writing about what I was going through. After about 6 months, I'd written a paragraph or two every day, and I had enough for a book. And I thought, this is my fortune. I found my way forward. I'm going to sell my book. I called it Diary of a Redundant Man. And sadly, nobody wanted to publish it. But it gave me an interest in writing, and I joined the local writers' circle, who have been fantastic, and they encouraged me. And I started writing short stories. I'd never written anything apart from corporate reports from doing my O-levels, and I think we're talking about GCSEs later on. And I thought to myself, I actually like this. So I wrote a short story every week, and then I thought I had an idea for a book. And I put it together, and I started writing. I started writing about August 2012. Come April last year, I'd done 75,000 words, and I had a book. It's called A Higher Authority, and it comes out on May the 15th. Better get the plug in. I hope
Absolutely,
you don't mind.
no, congratulations on getting that. I'm surprised. I mean, I'm surprised that, particularly because there's a whole debate around retirement age and about how we treat people around retirement, and certainly in terms of how close and reliable we have jobs. We don't have jobs for life anymore, so redundancy is becoming more of an issue and an impact. The idea of a diary of a redundant man not being something a publisher would take up, because I've not heard of anybody writing that.
Well, hopefully, now I've got the first book under my belt, I'll be able to bring it out.
Book, you said, just give us in 30 seconds details of what's coming out and when it's coming out.
Okay, the book is called A Higher Authority. It comes out on May the 15th. It's about industrial espionage. Our hero is an Oxford graduate. He joins MI5 and is then seconded to a higher authority. It's known as the organisation, and the organisation is funded by countries from around the world, and their job, quite simply, is to take out the bad guys, but quietly.
We look forward to it. We'll find out more when you come in. To both of you, thank you very much, Lee, for joining us on the programme tonight. Good to see you both. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Simon.
More of your calls to come after midnight. Simon Letterman Show, BBC London 94.9. 1 minute to midnight is the time now. And Valley Fontaine has the headlines on the way next.